Wait, tell her to say hello.
Tell me the name of our new hamster.
This is Florine.
How old is Florine, and is she liking her new home?
She's a couple of weeks old, and yes, she likes attention. A lot of attention from everyone in the school.
There's a new one. Out of all 3 hamsters you've had in your classroom, which one is your favorite?
I love them all, but I like her right now because she's loud. She likes to squeak. That's cute.
So I've been hearing rumors that you guys are going to breed the hamsters. Can you tell me about that and if it's true or not?
Well, McGarvey wants to, but if we do, she has a couple of months she has to wait before she can carry babies because she's tiny.
What are some names you have in mind for the future baby hamsters?
When you put cobalt and fluorine together, it makes cobalt fluorides. So, probably fluoride. We don't know yet. We're still working on it, aren't we, Fluorine?
So can you tell me the name of this hamster?
This is Cobalt. He had a brother Copper, but as you might know, Copper escaped. And if you know anything about Copper's whereabouts, please let us know. Please inform us. We would like to see him dead or alive. If he's no longer with us, we want to have a proper memorial for him.
Do you think he misses his brother?
Oh, I know he does.
How do you know?
I just know. He told me. You miss your brother? He says yes. And that's why we got him a friend or a girlfriend. I mean, you know.
Do you think Cobalt and Fluorine will end up having a relationship?
I think so. I mean, he's handsome and she's got the beauty. I think together they would just be a perfect couple.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your love.
Hi guys, I'll be doing a trick with the Magic Svengali deck. As you can see, all the cards are different. There's no duplicate cards anywhere. It's just an all real deck, okay? So, what I want you to do is I want my cameraman Bryce to tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay? Let me square this up to where it's not all messy. All right, I want you guys to remember this card. Okay, that'll be your card. Okay, as you can see, your card is neither one of those. Card's neither one of those. And your card is neither one of those. Okay. And as you can see, this is a real deck. I didn't do anything to it within the time I was shuffling. Okay, for the first time, I want you to say the card. Actually, don't. I knew what the card was before this trick even started. Watch. It goes from a real deck. I'll smack it one more time. Your card was the 6 of Hearts.
This week on Parenting Tips That'll Get You Arrested.
You can't clean without them running around tearing up? Tape them to the wall. You can't cook or none of that because they running around? Take them to the wall. Parents don't need to whoop their kids. All y'all need is some tape. I'm telling you, all y'all gotta do is tape y'all's kids to the wall.
I'm here with Mr. Harriet to talk about how a young woman from Ohio accused of taping her 2-year-old son to a wall so she could get some housework done and streamed it live on social media. How do you feel about this, being a parent?
As a parent, I would never tape my child to a wall, and nor would I put the safety of my child, below, trying to pick up some toys or wash some dishes just to get some housework done. I think this lady may have been desperate or, just could not think of another recourse of action, but it's not excusable.
What do you think should happen to this young woman?
Personally, obviously I disagree with what she did. I think that whatever the law says should happen to her should probably happen to her. I think it's inhumane. I don't know if this is an isolated incident. I know that you said she live streamed it on Facebook, so she was obviously kind of proud of it, thought it was funny, wanted to show the world what she was doing, which is probably a sign of her not being mature enough to be a really good parent, probably needs some help from some outside agencies. So, I don't know.
I'm here with Mrs. Campbell to talk about the Ohio woman who taped her child to the wall so she could get things around the house done and live streamed it on Facebook. How does this make you feel as a parent?
As a parent, this makes me feel really sad.
What do you think should be done to her?
I'm hoping that the law will intervene and hopefully get her some parenting classes at the very least.
A young woman accused of taping her 2-year-old son to a wall so she could get some housework done and streaming it live on social media was arrested on Thursday. Shayla, who was 18, was arrested on an abduction charge, Reynoldsburg police said. Her son was taken into custody by Franklin County Children's Services. Police said that they received a tip on Wednesday about a live Facebook stream of a woman taping her son to a wall and taping his mouth shut. It appeared the boy was restrained for about 15 minutes, they said. Rudolph can be heard in the video telling her son that he has the best mommy in the whole wide world. Her son can be heard trying to cry. "Don't make me put more tape up there," she says. "Now sit still. You could see the TV from right there." An Ohio school shooting occurred January 20th, resulting in 2 injuries.
This is one of those things that you always see happen in places that aren't near you and you don't think it's going to occur. Of course, when they happen closer, such as some of the shootings that occurred within the last year, it helps you take notice and remember that you need to be prepared for a moment like this. But it's difficult to prepare for something like this, obviously. It's a very traumatic situation, and I think our staff and students did a great job today.
What I can tell you is that we have an active, ongoing investigation. So at this point in time, we're very limited in the information that we can provide to you. But we did want to let everybody know that other than the one victim, the students are safe. The building has been secured, and there is a suspect in custody.
I'm here with Mr. Stahl to talk about the Ohio school shooting case. Mr. Stahl, is there any procedures we will be going through because this is so close to home?
Well, honestly, every school shooting is something that a school should take seriously. As far as looking at drills and things, I just recently completed what's called ALICE training. It's a new form of active shooting training for school officials. I'm currently in review with Mr. Gavin, our superintendent, Mr. Fontanaza, the director at the VOTEC, and Chief Wenner of the Oil City Police Department to look at possibly revamping some of the things that we currently have in place.
Are there going to be any more security measures taking place, like, say, the alarms on the doors?
That's a good question. I'm not sure you're aware there's 64 points of entry in the high school and middle school as far as doors. Only 2 of them are open for public access. All doors are locked, and security checks them throughout the day, every day, just to make sure that the doors are locked and there's no easy access for any individual. The alarms are on the doors for us as far as to notify if people are coming or going. Sometimes that's our biggest concern, students leaving. And then we have the cameras that take pictures of students as they come and go through the building, or anyone entering the building during school hours. Are we looking at enhancing school security? Yeah, I definitely would like to look at moving towards a new security system at the school throughout all of our schools that would require key fobs instead of keys. If you lose a key fob, it takes $10 to replace a key fob. If you lose a key, you have to replace the entire lock system, because then whoever has that key has access. So we're looking at trying to be a little more efficient and also be a little more secure as well.
Are we going to have any lectures or drills soon about an active shooter?
Well, a lot of that's going to depend on our discussion with Chief Wenner, Mr. Fontanaza, Mr. Gavin, and myself as we review the training procedures that were presented recently. I would imagine that we will see some changes in the near future. That's a process. One, we have to have faith in the system we have currently. But 2, we want to make sure that we implement it and we implement it well. We want to make sure that our staff is on board, they're fully trained, and then when they're fully trained, then they can start training our students as well.
As you said, the best way to stop a school shooter is to get them before anything happens. So how are you going to be doing that as a principal?
Well, it's something that I'm currently working on in graduate school at the present time. My thesis is hopefully going to be focusing on trying to promote more counselors at the elementary and middle school level to identify mental health needs in students earlier and hopefully try to be proactive in the future.
Officials say a male student who was shot and wounded at an Ohio school is being treated at a hospital, and another student suspected in the shooting is in custody. The West Liberty-Salem Local School District Superintendent says the shooting occurred as classes began Friday at the school complex 45 miles northwest of Columbus. Authorities haven't released information about the shooter. Superintendent Craig Hiscon says teachers and students followed their emergency training. Students were later bused away from the site so they could be picked up by their parents.
Start. Stop.
Oh my god.
Best one. Show it.
You have to pick the goodest one.
Do someone that has better grammar. Goodest.
No. You two are out.
Let the fans decide. Yeah.
I vote Destiny on this.
Let the fans decide. Rude!
Any dog?
Ready, set, go. Stop.
I don't win this one, I
Okay,
swear to
you
God.
two at this game.
Hold on.
Hold it up. Shane and Jake, hold it up to the camera.
I can't draw a dog, so I just drew you.
Hold them all up. I put Andrew on this one.
Yes! Suckers!
Set,
Oh,
go! Stop.
Wait, Shane, can I see it? Why?
Appreciate it.
I love it.
What is that?
Okay, Anna Marie and Destiny, hold them up.
Mine's literally
how
the
come you-
Loch Ness Monster.
That was incomplete.
Okay, hold them all up.
Oh my god, Shane!
That came in the block.
I vote Destiny on this one.
You didn't finish.
Mine's more realistic because it's the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, that is. Oh, crap.
Ready, set, go.
Standing up.
Why does it have a heart in it? Why not?
Because the drawing. They
Anna Marie, I have to give it to Anna Marie. 5 points. Bonus round, 5 points.
Okay, ready, set, go!
Wait.
Thank you.
Person you are drawing,
It's you!
Donald Trump.
Ah!
Ready, set, go.
No.
Done. Stop.
That's it. I swear on
Okay, Shane and Jake.
Dude, he just caught me.
Shane and Jake.
Oh, that's so funny.
Let me see him.
Okay, Anne-Marie and
I didn't put clothes on them.
wow. And
Oh, that's not fair.
you guys.
You have colored up bullcrap.
You guys, oh my.
Mine's
You guys
better
are
than
done.
hers. Mine's better than hers.
I have to
so
vote her
good.
off.
Woo!
Destiny wins.
Ew! Mine was at least orange.
Something that runs wildly in our community is depression and anxiety, especially in teens. It can affect anyone greatly. In 2015, studies show an estimated 3 million adolescents aged 12 to 17 in the United States had had at least one major depressive episode in the past year. The number represented was 12.5% of the U.S. population aged 12 to 17. Depression is often a feeling of hopelessness or helplessness. Anxiety can cause people to worry about a potential outcome of a situation. Anxiety is often described to prove by a shortness of breath or having a large weight on your chest. Anxiety can also cause people to focus on only one thing at a time. People with anxiety and depression often do not feel that they are anxious or depressed. So one thing you can do to help is to provide encouragement and support to anyone that you know is depressed or has anxiety.